The Cycle7 breaks barriers and sets new standards in the mechanical keyboard landscape. This is a function rowless TKL equipped with a dual mounting system, screwless ball catch assembly, and wireless options. Now a kit like this has the makings of being a mid-range $300 keyboard. So when I found out it was going to be introduced at $139, I had to check it out. The first thing you'll notice about the Cycle7 is its innovative easy assemble structure. This thoughtful design choice employs a ball catch system, putting an end to the dreaded task of dealing with tiny, easy to lose screws. Whether you're a keyboard tester or a casual looking for a seamless assembly process, the Cycle7 delivers. And the click of the ball catch system securing into place is as satisfying as it is practical. Gasket mounting is a central feature of the Cycle7 with dual gasket types, the gasket bean and the strip. Each can be changed without any tools within under a minute, guaranteed. The gaskets don't just change the keyboard's feel, but they also influence the sound just a little bit, making each typing experience customizable to your preference. The PCB in the Cycle7 features flex cuts, a popular method to enhance typing experience by providing a softer, bouncier feel. However, flex cuts muting sound has been a pandemic on its own in the keyboard hobby. So TKD takes it a step further by incorporating PCB cut plugs. What the f are these? Designed to rectify sound performance issues in foamless keyboards that have flex cut PCBs. Inserting the plugs are pretty straightforward. Conveniently, they plug into the bottom of the PCB, so you don't need to completely disassemble the board to put them in. Whether you're a fan of taping your flex cuts or not, the Cycle7's PCB cut plugs offer superior sound and performance. So let's see how it do. Oh! Yes, with the plugs, it does sound better, but to be fair, this keyboard is not meant to be used in a foamless configuration without these installed. So this is a great modularity tool to help cater to different crowds, whether you want to keep the flex cuts in the board or increase the volume of the sound of the board. The options are there for you for your own custom experience. The TKD coating process is really good. It's a rougher texture, but even all the way around, kind of giving me paper-like vibes, but not in the sense like it's cheap, but like the finish paper has. You know, it's smooth, kind of rough at the same time. And I do just have to say the rock colorway is probably the nicer grays I've seen on a keyboard at this price point. Definitely loving the color on this one. The Cycle7 sports a logo above the USB-C cutout and a bar underneath the navigation cluster that incorporates the color of your weight design and an RGB LED. The Cycle7 is also beautifully weighted. Get it? Stainless steel weight. Various surface treatments are available, including mirror polishing, sandblasting, and PVD. The keyboard also comes with two exquisitely finished brass battery covers, providing a touch of aesthetic refinement. For users interested in a soldering-free setup, the Cycle7's hot swap PCB does not disappoint. This feature provides most of the layout options, excluding the ISO layout and split left shift. It will be available in a wired version supporting VIA, as well as a wireless version supported by its own proprietary software. The keyboard market may be saturated now, but the Cycle7 truly stands out, providing that there's always room for thoughtful, user-centric design. And for this to come in at under $140 is insane to me. So I'll leave you with a full sound test with all the foams and the characteristics of typing feel. We built this with GMK Red Dragon and the clap butt switches. Clack bit switches. Starting with no foam, this is definitely the flexiest of the options and the thinnest sounding option. But with the gasket plugs, it performs fairly well. Introducing the case foam really brings the highs down a little bit, making it sound like it's introducing more lower tones, but in reality it's just smushing the highs. The case foam also eliminates most of the flexiness in the board, but that's not saying much as this is a pretty soft board in general. The sound difference in the plate foam and the case foam are almost non-existent, other than the spacebar getting more clacky. But the plate foam alone retains more flex than the case foam. This would be my recommended configuration with these exact switches and keycaps, just because it doesn't sound as thin as no foam, but retains more flex than the case foam. The case and plate foam together really do smush the high end, making this more of a thocky build, and definitely removes all of the flex. So if you're looking for that foamy sound, this is probably what you're going for. The PE foam does its PE foam thing. It lowers the highs, raises the lows, and everything kind of sits in that mid area, making the board sound really marbly. Sounds nice, but you really lose all the character of the board once you use this. Oh, and the board of course retains most of its flex in this configuration. The case and PE do essentially the same thing as the PE foam, except the case foam definitely makes the lower end more apparent. Again, if you're looking for flex, best to avoid the case foam. And then there's all foam, deep, creamy, dark. Suffice to say there's no flex here. But again, the board is soft in general, especially if you're using the Gasket beans. And that's pretty much all I got for you. I'll do a quick cut of all of them without my voice. Like and subscribe.